Long before the dragons conquered Westeros, before the Iron Throne was forged from the swords of defeated kings, another ancient Valyrian family sailed the seas. Not the dragon lords. Not the rulers of the freehold. But a family whose wealth came not from fire, but from water. This is the story of House Velaryon, the lords of Driftmark, masters of the Narrow Sea, and one of the oldest and richest noble houses in the history of Westeros. While House Targaryen ruled the skies with dragons, House Velaryon ruled the oceans with ships. Together, they built an empire. House Velaryon traces its origins to the mighty civilization known as the Valyrian freehold. Unlike the great dragon lord families, the Velaryons never possessed dragons. Instead, they became legendary sailors, merchants, admirals, and explorers. Their fleets crossed every known sea. Their merchants traded with ET in the east, the Summer Islands in the south, and the free cities across the Narrow Sea. Gold flowed into their coffers. Unlike many Valyrian families obsessed with conquest, the Velaryons mastered commerce. They understood something equally powerful. Control the sea. And you control kingdoms. When the doom of Valyria destroyed the greatest empire in history nearly 4 centuries before Aegon's conquest, almost every Valyrian family perished. But not House Velaryon. Years before the catastrophe, they had already settled on the island of Driftmark, just west of Dragonstone. Their cousins, House Targaryen, had done the same. Those 2 surviving Valyrian houses would shape the future of Westeros. For centuries, the Velaryons became the closest allies of House Targaryen. The relationship was strengthened through countless marriages. Velaryon daughters married Targaryen princes. Targaryen princesses married Velaryon lords. Their bloodlines became inseparable. Although only the Targaryens possessed dragons, the Velaryons possessed something almost as valuable. Ships. Thousands of sailors. Experienced admirals. Trade routes. Immense wealth. When Aegon the Conqueror decided to invade Westeros, he needed more than dragons. He needed an army. He needed supplies. He needed transportation. Every soldier. Every horse. Every piece of armor. Every barrel of food. Crossed the sea aboard Velaryon ships. Without House Velaryon, Aegon's conquest might never have succeeded. In the year 2 BC, Aegon Targaryen launched the greatest military campaign in Westerosi history. His sisters, Visenya and Rhaenys, rode dragons. House Velaryon commanded the sea. Their fleets secured supply lines. Protected Dragonstone. Prevented enemy invasions. Carried reinforcements. Captured ports. While dragons won battles, the Velaryons ensured the war could continue. Throughout history, wars are not won by swords alone. They are won through logistics. House Velaryon mastered logistics centuries before others understood its importance. After Aegon became king, the Velaryons were rewarded with high offices. Many became masters of ships. Others commanded the royal fleet. Generation after generation, they remained among the Iron Throne's most trusted allies. As the Targaryen dynasty grew richer, so did House Velaryon. Driftmark transformed into one of the richest islands in Westeros. Its ports overflowed with merchants. Its docks were filled with ships. Its warehouses contained spices, silk, gold, gems, ivory, and exotic goods from every corner of the known world. Their castle, High Tide, became a symbol of maritime power. Unlike many great houses whose wealth depended upon farming, the Velaryons earned fortunes from trade. Every merchant ship crossing Blackwater Bay often paid taxes or sought Velaryon protection. Money flowed endlessly. Soon, House Velaryon rivaled the Lannisters in wealth. Then came the greatest Velaryon in history. Lord Corlys Velaryon. History remembers him by another name. The Sea Snake. Even as a young man, Corlys refused to remain close to home. He wanted adventure. He wanted riches. He wanted glory. He captained his famous ship, the Sea Snake, farther than almost any Westerosi had ever sailed. He visited Asshai, Lung, Et, Karth, the Jade Sea, the Summer Islands, the Basilisk Isles. He returned carrying treasures beyond imagination. Silks worth kingdoms. Rare spices. Jewels. Gold. Ivory. Precious woods. Knowledge. Maps. His 9 legendary voyages made him the richest lord in Westeros. He didn't inherit greatness. He sailed toward it. By the end of his adventures, House Velaryon had become wealthier than ever before. Some chroniclers even claimed Corlys was richer than House Lannister. Corlys strengthened his position further by marrying Princess Rhaenys Targaryen. Known to history as the Queen Who Never Was. She was a dragon rider. She rode the mighty dragon Malaise. This marriage united enormous wealth, naval supremacy, royal blood, and dragons. Few families had ever possessed so much influence. Their children carried both Targaryen and Velaryon blood. Many expected their descendants to one day rule the 7 kingdoms. Then came the greatest civil war in Targaryen history. The Dance of the Dragons. King Viserys I died. 2 rival claimants emerged. Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen and King Aegon II. House Velaryon chose Rhaenyra. Not only because Corlys believed in her claim, but because his grandchildren stood beside her. Without House Velaryon, the Blacks would have collapsed immediately. Corlys provided the largest fleet in Westeros, massive financial resources, experienced commanders, control of sea trade and strategic naval blockades. His fleet trapped King's Landing, cut off supplies, destroyed enemy shipping. Throughout the war, the Velaryon navy remained one of the Blacks' greatest strengths, yet victory came at terrible cost. Corlys lost family, ships, friends, almost everything he loved. The dance devastated both Targaryens and Velaryons alike. The dragons nearly vanished. The great fleets diminished, the age of Valyrian supremacy began to fade. Following the dance, House Velaryon remained respected but never again reached the overwhelming influence it enjoyed under Corlys. Without dragons, the Targaryens weakened. Without constant royal marriages, Velaryon influence gradually declined. They continued serving as admirals, masters of ships, naval commanders. But the glory of the Sea Snake's era had passed. Nearly 2 centuries later, another great war erupted. Robert Baratheon rebelled against the Mad King. House Velaryon remained loyal to the Targaryens. They supplied ships, supported the royal cause, yet the rebellion ended with Robert's victory. The Targaryen dynasty fell. House Velaryon survived. But much of its political importance disappeared alongside its royal relatives. Unlike House Rain, unlike House Darklyn, they were not destroyed. They adapted. They endured. Centuries later, House Velaryon still ruled Driftmark. Though greatly diminished compared to Corlys' golden age, they remained respected nobles of the Crownlands. They supported the Iron Throne during different conflicts but no longer determined the fate of kingdoms as they once had. The age belonged to Lannisters, Starks, Baratheons, Tyrells and later, Daenerys Targaryen. The Velaryons waited, as they always had, for history to turn once again. Many houses became famous for great warriors. Others for castles. Some for gold. House Velaryon became legendary because they mastered something greater. The sea. They proved that power does not always come from dragons. Sometimes power comes from trade, from exploration, from diplomacy, from ships. Their greatest lord, Corlys Velaryon, demonstrated that courage could be measured not only on battlefields but also on unknown oceans. His voyages expanded Westeros' understanding of the world. His wealth reshaped politics. His fleet changed wars. His family stood beside kings and queens for centuries. Though history often remembers the dragons first, the dragons could never have built an empire alone. Behind every dragon that crossed the narrow sea sailed a Valyrian ship. Behind every royal campaign stood Valyrian sailors. Behind every Targaryen king often stood a Valyrian lord. The words of House Velaryon are the old, the true, the brave. They are more than a motto. They are a history. Old, because their blood stretches back to ancient Valyria. True, because they remained loyal through triumph and tragedy. Brave, because they dared to sail where no one else would. Empires rise. Dragons die. Kings are forgotten. But the sea remembers. And as long as the tides wash against the shores of Driftmark, the name Velaryon will remain woven into the history of Westeros, one of the greatest houses ever to sail beneath the banners of the dragon. If you like this video then like, share and subscribe.